dreaming of getting away? Well, we know a place that will recharge your spirit. WA, Western Australia. A land where adventure awaits. Otherworldly adventures. Ancient adventures. Majestic, unfiltered adventures. Here in Western Australia, you can get away from the crowds. Go beyond the expected and take the road less travelled. There's plenty to choose from. Watch the sun melt into the water while strolling along a picture-perfect beach on the back of a camel. Get a fresh perspective on life, 40 metres up in the canopy of an ancient forest. Give your taste buds a holiday, sampling the best local produce in the Margaret River wine region. Or maybe it's time you just got outside and went for a swim with these gentle giants. Go on, turn waiting into planning. Western Australia. Adventure awaits.
We're seeing that governments, relevant authorities are opening up our borders to some cities while maintaining safety measures and certainly hope to progressively restore both cities' economic activities amid the long-drawn battle against COVID-19.
So a lot of you may be asking why you should consider Western Australia.
Yeah, so many of us are certainly looking forward to visiting Destination Australia, especially Western Australia. Now, this great city, which is only about 4.5 hours flight from Singapore. So, Eva, over to you. Please share the great experience to Western Australia. So we have heard so much about the new developments, especially the capital city of Perth. So what travel tips and insights of this great cosmopolitan city?
Thank you, Alicia. So certainly, many Singaporeans, when you think about Australia, you always assume that it's a mid to long haul destination because it takes maybe at least 8 hours away to travel. But WA is only 4.5 hours away, which means that you can spend more time on the ground and less time traveling. It is also the closest gateway into the Western city. So it also shares the same time zone. It has no time difference. So if you travel with your young child or old folks, you don't have to adjust to any daylight savings. And Western Australia is well known for its vast space with nature nearby, so there's no issue with social distancing.
Yeah, I think one of the great reasons to visit Western Australia is the shimmering city, right? Low density, lovely parks, lots of entertainment. Perth combines beach with great food and a buzzing art scene.
So, Alicia, how many times have you visited Western Australia?
About 6 times.
6 times. So, since you've been there, 6 times, did you know that there are 5 regions in Western Australia?
For your information, although I've been in the travel line for a period of time, I've only visited 2 regions there of Western Australia. That's Destination Perth and the Southwest.
So don't worry, that's why we are here today to share with you more insights and tips about Western Australia. So Western Australia is actually the largest state of Australia. It's about a third of the entire country. And here's a trivia for you. Although Western Australia's population is half of Singapore, but it is 3,700 times larger than our Singapore island. So Alicia is right, there's Destination Perth, Australian Coral Coast, Australian Southwest, Australian Golden Outback, and the Australian Northwest. So if you look at this image right here on your screen, look at the picture, it's so colorful and wonderful. Can you guess, Alicia, that all of this is taken in Western Australia?
Unbelievable. It's a city that provides everything. And how many times is it bigger than Singapore, you say?
3,700 times. There's so many to discover and see. And it's a destination where you can find, if you're an outdoor person, if you're nature, if you love the city, you have everything all in one destination.
Yeah. Personally, I think Western Australia will be the first destination that I would like to visit, if travel resumes and when the borders are opened.
So Western Australia, or Perth, used to be known as a mining city. However, in the last few years, the WA government has invested in so much fund to transform and rebirth WA into the city you see today. So the picture you can see right now is actually Elizabeth Quay, where I will call it the Marina Bay, like our Marina Bay Sands in Singapore.
It has definitely transformed over the years.
That's right. And then in the city, there's also like free cat buses that you can take along, and it's free. It shuttles around the city. So if you want to explore on yourself, you can just hop on the bus.
Wow. I think one of the main reasons that Singaporeans travel besides food is also shopping. So what is there in Perth for us to shop, Emma?
That's right, Alicia. I think shopping is Singapore's national hobby, I would say. So there are 4 shopping gems that I'd like to share with you. The first one is Westfield Carousel. It is known as the one-stop shop all. Why? Because under one roof, you have Kmart, Myer, Target, and then you can just spend your whole day there. However, if you prefer like a factory outlet and brand outlet, head to the GFO at Perth Airport or Watertown, which is near Northbridge, or the classic iconic Hay Street shopping centre, which is like our Orchard shopping centre here.
Yeah, personally, I like and enjoy shopping in Australia, whereby you get the freshest ingredients, of skincare, bath soap, etc. Yeah. So, a lot of us, travel during this period of time. Safety is topmost consideration. So, Eva, please share with us, how safe is it now to travel in Western Australia?
Yeah, thank you for sharing this, Alicia. On behalf of the WA operators in Perth, we really miss all of the Singaporean travellers, and all of us are gearing up to welcome back Singaporeans back to Perth. So let's take a quick trip to Perth Airport on this video.
It's been more than 240 days since our state borders closed.
And we'd like to say, welcome back.
While you've been away,
we've been making sure the airport is kept clean and safe for your return.
We've also made some changes and some upgrades,
which we hope will make your journey that much better.
We've added more restaurants and food outlets.
And we've made it easier for you to purchase food,
so you can take it on board.
Importantly, we've made Perth Airport one of the safest airports
in Australia and around the world.
So, from all of us at Perth Airport, it's really good to see you again.
So aside from, all Perth Airport gearing up to welcome customers back, the WA government has also put out COVID safety messages such as, we encourage social distancing, safety hygiene, and if you're sick, stay home. We have a few attractions that's back, such as our gym can operate without staff present. Most events, performance, live music, concert have already resumed.
So I think I will assume that it's like Singapore now. I mean, whereby, slowly our government is easing those restriction measures that we can dine together for a maximum of how many people?
So, as you know, Western Australia is one of the first states that closed its border. So we have really managed the whole situation very well. And these are some of the, safety that they are taking. They're cleaning up, making sure everything is clean and hygienic. All right, let's move on to travel considerations.
Okay, I think the role of travel agent is actually very essential, during this period of time, and that we, as a travel agent, need to be ensure that all the SOPs are set by government, relevant authorities such as health declaration documents and swab tests required. So, Dynasty Travel, we have actually forged exclusive partnership with Raffles Medical Group and offering a seamless travel experience which will ensure you that you meet the safety requirements. So, they will have the flexibility and convenience to perform their pre-departure swab tests at any of the 36 clinics island-wide by Raffles Medical Group with the option of a 24/7 accessibility at some of these locations.
So, Alicia, I have a question for you. Some of friends that I spoke with, when they are planning for a travel, they are confused. What are the SOP and procedures? So, does it mean that Dynasty offer the one-stop solution? They don't have to worry about anything for the travel measures?
Yeah, so the role of the travel agent now is actually more essential. So they can actually call our consultants and we will provide the necessary guidelines, where to, what kind of forms they need, and also, of course, our tie-up with this medical group means that they can actually pre-book their appointment with any of the 36 appointed clinics island-wide to do their swab test.
So very good.
Swab test.
So that's very good. So it means that travelers can spend less time worrying and stressing and just look forward to your travel.
That's right.
So Alicia, like many Singaporeans, when we choose to visit Perth and Western Australia, we always visit the iconic, best of WA, such as Margaret River, Perth City. Do you remember the trip we took last year?
Yes, definitely. I think the Margaret River Gourmet Festival, it has a soft spot in me because we really truly enjoyed the trip, and it is a very different experience. So I think Western Australia has a soft spot for me because the natural wonders, plenty of wildlife, dazzling beaches, cosmopolitan metropolises, large expanses of the outback. So it's easy to see why this captivating country is such a complete travel destination.
Yeah. So my favorite is actually when we visited Wolf Lane and we tried to outdo each other with our flying posts.
Yeah.
Now, since many of you all are already familiar with Margaret River, we are here today to share with you new regions to visit in Western Australia.
So we're very excited today because we have someone that we have invited, especially from Western Australia, and she's going live to share with you what's there in Mandurah cruises, right?
That's right, Alicia. So we have live from Mandurah, Miri, who's the director of Mandurah Cruises. She'll be sharing with you some of the exciting products we have.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, Miri.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm very good here. Yes, we're lovely day.
What you have in store for us?
How's the weather in Perth?
It's beautifully sunny. We're just getting into the summer season, so it's lovely and sunny, and warm.
So Miri, we have a lot of travelers who's keen to visit Western Australia, and they can't wait to hear what you have in store for them.
Great, thank you very much, Ava.
So we have Miri, who's going to present to us.
Okay. So I own Mandurah and Rottnest Cruises, along with my husband, and we operate this. We've got a few products that I'd love to share with you today. Is it possible to share the video? So our first product up is our Deluxe lobster catching cruise. In Western Australia, we're lucky. Some of the finest seafood in the world. Our lobsters are exported all over the world. 99% go to Asia. What we do is take guests out on this very iconic lobster fishing trip. We take them from Mandurah. We don't go very far offshore. You can see here, we're lucky. We don't have to venture out far to catch the lobsters. So we go out about 15, 20 minutes offshore, and under the supervision of our crew, who are very experienced, the guests get involved in hauling up the lobster pots. You can see here, it's a very hands-on experience. They help haul in the lobsters, they learn about them, and these are amazing creatures to look at and handle. Many guests like to get lobster selfies even. Then when we've got the catch, and as you can see there, we're just collecting the catch on the boat, we head back in. Mandurah's on a huge estuary, so it's lucky that it has the ocean and very calm waters. And in those waters, there's 120 resident bottlenose dolphins. There you can see guests admiring one right there. We very, very often see dolphins. In fact, every day. It's a wonderful place to live. Mandurah also has luxury canals, so we cruise through the luxury canals. And at this point, the boat has turned into a restaurant. So we have 5 courses of fresh Western Australian seafood, which of course center on the lobsters. We really like to share our Western Australian produce. Our lobsters can be sashimi, they can be grilled. Many guests like our special garlic butter recipe, absolutely delicious. All this food comes paired with Western Australian wine, so we actually pair our food with a winery in Margaret River, Howard Park. So it comes with unlimited wines, beers, soft drinks, and a huge amount of food. No one goes away sad or hungry from this tour. Our next one is our Catch and Eat Crab Cruise. This is also showcasing some of the best of Western Australia's seafood. In Mandurah, on the estuary, on the lake, the estuary that we're positioned on, we have the famous Mandurah blue swimmer crab. Western Australians love to eat this crab because it's got delicious sweet meat. And they grow very big. They're also bright blue, so they're stunning to look at. So again, our crew take guests out on a boat, and the guests help haul in the crab pots. They learn about them. They learn about sustainable fishing. And then once we've pulled up our crab pots, we stop at a beautiful island in the middle of the estuary. And there, the guests can do more hunting for crabs. So we give them scoops and shoes, and they chase these crabs through the mud. It's a brilliant experience for children. And of course, the best bit is eating them. The chef on board cooks up the crabs, and we have it as part of a light tasting lunch. It's just a 2-hour tour, and it's so easy to fit into a day. And there you can see our boat heading back. We have a Dolphin and Scenic Canal cruise. We celebrate everything that's great about Mandurah. We have this wonderful population of wild dolphins. This is an hour tour, and it's really a taster of our place. We go looking for our wild dolphins, which we regularly see. We have lobster catching demonstrations on board. We have crab catching demonstrations, and we cruise through those lovely canals that we have. And it's great fun for children. There you can see a child on board the boat. Now, our newest product is water bikes. This is like walking on water. I've got a video here to show you. Here we are. This is a very brief video. It's not edited. It's just us out on the water bikes, and up pops a dolphin right there. So the water bikes are extremely safe, extremely stable. It's like walking on water. It really is. It's impossible to tip them over because they're so buoyant and stable. We have 12 of them, and we offer them on a hire or a tour basis. And it's a wonderful way of getting up close to nature. Because they're completely silent, the dolphins are completely unafraid of them. There's no engine noise. So you can get up very close. And because they can go fast if you're fit, you can keep up with the dolphins. So the dolphins are fascinated by these water bikes. And so you can have this wonderful, very close to nature experience. It's a really great way of experiencing the Western Australian wildlife.
For me, I wonder, is the water bike, safe for those non-swimmers?
Absolutely, yes. As I said, first of all, it's pretty impossible to tip off when you're going in very calm waters. But the other thing is that we insist that actually all paying customers wear life jackets. So, and those life jackets will keep you buoyant in the water, even if you do happen to fall in. So it is absolutely safe for non-swimmers.
Okay. And is there an age limit, Miri, to go on this ride?
Not as such, but there is a height limit. So your legs have to be able to reach the pedals, and the height limit is 120 centimetres, which is probably about the height of a 7 to 8-year-old child.
Beautiful. And I see that this new picnic boat hire. Can you share with us more?
Yeah, this is a really fun new product that we've just added to our portfolio. So these are electric-powered barbecue boats. So everybody knows that we Australians love our Barbies, as we call them. These have onboard barbecue grills, and on there you can go out on the water, getting close to nature because they're electric powered, so they're super silent, and you can cook your own lunch. We do provide picnic hampers showcasing Australian produce, so there you can see an image of a picnic hamper at the top. But we can provide a range of food to suit tastes, including seafood, if you want to go out and cook yourself. These are self-drive. You don't need any training. They fit up to 10 people. We've got 4 of them. Or we can hire you a driver if you wish. So it's a lovely way to go out on the water and get close to nature and dine in style.
Amazing, Miri. Alicia, when I was looking at the video earlier, I can't help but to notice all the crab, and we love our chili crab. So I think it will be a big hit with Singaporeans.
Definitely. And you know what? With Dynasty Travel, 6 days, Perth, Mandurah, Fremantle, farm stay package is all inclusive of this seafood gourmet galore, with all the catch that you have.
All right, Miri. So thank you so much for spending time to share with us the latest product. We'll see you again in Western Australia.
Yeah, we'll definitely see you in Western Australia, Miri. See you.
See you. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Wow, Alicia, so tell us more about the package that you mentioned earlier.
Yes. So with this 6 days package, we even have the hosted farm stay, right? So you get to actually go grocery shopping with fresh produce, and ingredients to be used for dinner and can be used for barbecue or food in the Aussie style by the host family. So you may actually indulge in activities such as fruit picking or animal feeding in the farm area. So Dynasty Travel had actually conducted these farm tours and farm stays for the past 3 years.
Wow, Alicia. So I heard that for this tour, it is your travelers will be staying with real farmers and you're actually visiting their real house and their real farm. Is that true?
Yes. So the families will actually enjoy, these activities with the charming laid-back atmosphere, and especially with the host family, whose friendly nature makes the visit a wonderful and welcoming experience for all our customers.
Wow, this is definitely a unique and authentic experience where, it's not staged. It's the real farmers that open their house to you. And I can't wait to bring my niece and nephews to try this experience with Dynasty Travel. So, Alicia, earlier you mentioned that, we will be sharing a new itinerary up to the Coral Coast.
Yes, so how many times have you been to Western Australia this time, Ayla? And what's the most memorable sight and scene that you have actually visited?
Well, I really cannot remember how many times I've been to WA. It must have been at least 10 times. But one of my memorable tour that I've been is actually the Leaning Tree of Greenough.
Oh, this picture definitely looks very Instagrammable worthy. Leaning trees of Greenough. So why is this so?
So the leaning tree is a bizarre natural phenomenon caused by the airborne salt content blown off the Indian Ocean. So when you look at it, it might look like it's a painting, but actually this is a real tree that existed many years ago. And because of the so many tourists, when they visit the Coral Coast, this is a must-take photo op.
Wow, definitely a very Instagrammable place, and it's beautiful to have seen the tree like that. So next, wow, is this a Grand Canyon?
Yeah, very close, Alicia, but not quite. This is actually the Kalbarri National Park. So in the past, for you to visit something like the Grand Canyon or the Gorges, you have to go to US, you have to travel like at least 24 hours, right? But do you know in Western Australia, which is only 4.5 hours away, you have access to the Kalbarri National Park. And the most popular attraction at the Kalbarri National Park is actually the Nature's Window. Why is it called the Nature's Window? Nation came up, the gorgeous. Many travelers love to take their photos and selfie at the Nature's Window.
Yeah. So, Dynasty Travel, 8 days, Perth, Coral Coast, Pink Lake, Well, for repeat travelers, I think this is somewhere that I have not been, and definitely wanting to visit all these natural wonders and open space.
That's right, Alicia. For those who think that you have visited Perth or Western Australia before, think again, because there's so many things to explore and see. And the latest attraction at Kalbarri Nature Window is actually the Kalbarri Sky Walk. It is newly open with 200-meter hanging moving platform that has a lot of facilities such as cafes, wheelchair able and toilets. So you can just have your picnic there.
So this is definitely a new place. So when was this built, Emma?
It officially opened 2 months ago, so it's brand new. If some of you decided to join the Dynasty tour, you will be one of the first few Singaporeans that will step foot on this. Let's take a video to see how it's like. So amazing, right, Alicia?
Yep, definitely one of the must-go place, and especially this part of Western Australia that I've not been to.
So, for any of you who decided to join Dynasty Travel's new itinerary, you'll be very lucky because the last time I was at Kalbarri Nature's window, we still don't have a viewing platform, it's still nature and raw.
So, inclusive in our package is actually this beautiful and spectacular sight. So have you ever wondered what a pink lake would look close up?
Yes, Alicia. So this is Western Australia's latest superstar. It is our pink lake, only found in Western Australia, Hutt Lagoon. Now, many of you may be wondering, where does the pink color come from?
To me, is it the sky?
Oh, good guess, Alicia. So the pink lake is actually caused by the microscopic algae that interacts with the temperature. So when it's warm, the color of the lake turns into pink.
Wow. I think, as you know, Dynasty Travel, we actually provide unique experience that includes a scenic flight to view this spectacular pink lake, the Hutt Lagoon. And it's really good value for money, when you join our tour package.
So, Alicia, there's two ways for you to view the pink lake up close and personal. Of course, you can do it the VIP way and take on the scenic flight and look at this pink lake from the bird's eye view. However, for those of you who prefer to go on an adventure, you prefer to get behind the four wheels and go on a road trip, you can drive along the Coral Coast Highway and take a detour and take a picture next to the pink lake. Now, let's take a look at a quick video of how the scenic flight experience.
Yeah. In fact, this is actually inclusive.
September we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while. Yeah, you were impressed, couldn't leave me alone. Text me every time that you pick up the phone. And I had control in the driver's seat, but my hands are slipping off the wheel. Now the tables have turned, now I'm up all night. I'm picturing you, acting like a fool. I'm on the other side, you're like a full moon, and I'm up all night.
Wow, Alicia. So I was very lucky because I had a chance to join the Scenic flight across Pink Lake. So it's a very nice experience because when you arrive at the airport, they will give you a briefing session, and then they will assign your seat accordingly based on the weight. And then you can also have an optional tour to see the Rottnest Island, but that will be optional. So for those who's interested to know more, reach out to your favorite Dynasty's travel consultant.
Sure. I think now you know why Dynasty Travel offers premium travel packages with all-inclusive unique experiences, and staying at quality hotels with authentic cuisines, Yeah. And of course, this unique travel sites. Yeah.
So on the way down from, north of Coral Coast, down back to Perth, we will do a stopover visit at the Pinnacles Desert. So Alicia, have you been to the Pinnacles Desert?
Yeah, I've been to Pinnacles, but it's under the hot blazing sun. But, for Dynasty Travel, in this package, it's actually a sunset Pinnacles experience.
Yeah, in the past, a lot of travelers, they love to go to the Pinnacles because, you can see a nature yellow color. So we have seen the green color of the leaning tree, we have seen the pink color of the pink lake, and now the yellow natural color of the Pinnacles. As Alicia mentioned, we have a new attraction, which is the Pinnacles Sunset Experience, where you can have your dinner and experience the sun slowly setting into a romantic evening and enjoy your dinner there.
And the good news is, for the winner of today's session, will actually win the trip, right? With the option on a self-drive itinerary or, maybe join a land tour with us, and they can actually go for a stargazing tour in the Pinnacles. This is one of the best bucket lists that you can have.
That's right, Alicia. Can you look at the Milky Way? The Pinnacles stargazing experience is another of our newest attraction where, you'll be, there's astro tours, you can look at all the stars.
Yeah, definitely one of the places that we must visit in a lifetime.
Yeah.
So, what's next? That is inclusive also in our Dynasty Travel package at Lobster Shack, an all-inclusive meals and also a tour of this lobster factory.
Yeah, so the Lobster Shack is actually home to fresh lobster in Perth with awesome fishing tours and fresh lobster. It is also the oldest Western Australian lobster business. Alicia, when I was there, not too long ago, I had the chance to visit the behind the scene, the tour in the factory, and I was so amazed by what they offer, because once the boat come back from the ocean, they have a sorting belt to sort out the lobster according to size. So they will sell the lobster and export it to all the countries according to size. And I can't stop, but I can't help but to laugh, because they have a conveyor belt that looks like when you arrive in the airport, the luggage conveyor belt, they have something like that to sort out the lobster according to the size.
Yeah, and of course in our package we actually offer lunch. That's inclusive in the package, and you can see that you can have an option of a rice side dish or a salad side dish.
Yeah, that's right, Alicia. So your customers will get to choose, right, whether to have the rice or the salad.
Yeah, I think this is in view of the Asian, staple of food. Look at our happy customers indulging in this lobster meal, and it's definitely worth, visiting this place.
Yeah, and you can see how big the lobster is. You can compare the guy when he's holding the lobster. It's quite a decent size.
Yeah, it's really expensive to indulge in such a meal in Singapore.
Yeah, heading down back to Perth, we also dropped by a visit to Fremantle Market.
Yeah, so Fremantle Market is somewhere that I remember, with exotic flavors, aromas, fresh produce, fashion, live music, craft and indigenous art.
So yeah, that's right, Alicia. The Fremantle Market is one of the oldest market in Perth in Western Australia, and over there it has a mixed cultures where you can get all the local produce, local art and craft, Aboriginal souvenirs and teas.
Yeah, definitely a place for shopaholics.
And yeah, but from Fremantle Market, you can also take a 30-minute ferry ride to Rottnest Island.
Yes, so Rottnest Island, I've not been, but I know that it is the most spectacular location where you can experience the island's floral, fauna, history and culture.
Yeah, look at the beautiful blue turquoise water and the pristine golden sand. So many people, when those that have been to Rottnest Island, they will equate it to, seeing the paradise.
Yeah, it's a very eco-friendly island with no cars, Only the main transport is the Discovery Bus tour, and or you can explore the island by a bicycle ride.
Yeah. So yeah, there's two ways to explore the island. One is you can take on the bus guided tour that takes you around the island. And for those of you who prefer to explore at your own time, please remember to hop onto the bicycle and ride and explore the island.
And also, the island has a very well-known inhabitants, Quokka.
That's right, Alicia. So, I'm sure all of you have heard of the quokka. So the quokka actually belongs to the marsupial family, which is the same family as kangaroo, and it can only be found on Rottnest Island in Western Australia. So I guess that's the end of today's session. Again, thank you so much for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. We hope that we've inspired you on your next planning list.
Yeah, so there are many reasons for us to travel, meet the family, reunion with best friends, adventure into the unknown, step out of your comfort zone, meet someone new or someone special, build and strengthen relationships. So let us continue to travel in a safe way to places with assurance of safety and hygiene protocol in place. So we wish you all a very blessed Christmas and a prosperous New Year with everyone good health, right? Happiness, harmony throughout the year to come. So happy Christmas to all. Thank you.
And before we end the session, because this is one of our first few sessions to do this travel live show, please let us know your thoughts. What do you think of this format? And do you want to see more of this in the comment section so that we can take your feedback and improve ourselves? All right, I think that's all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Christmas ahead.
Happy Christmas and
Happy New Year.
Yeah.